I have returned. Welcome to episode 100. What is it? 38?
Was that live now?
Oh yeah, we're live.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We are live, jamming out to XP38's Woken. All right, guys, what's going on? How is everybody tonight? I hope all is well. We are episode 138 of the Game Talk podcast, and again, who's joining me tonight is Rev. How's it going tonight, sir?
Going pretty good, man.
So, we're going to be talking about the ever controversial friendship ending, AIDS abundant, Epic Games, the fucking trash of the internet, the scoundrels of the seven seas, the absolute, I don't know, most blown out story that I've ever heard. Really, Rev, do you think it's that bad? Is it really that bad? Is it this terrible?
Man, that's my response. But all seriousness, since we haven't been doing shows in a while, I will say this. I think it's blown out of proportion. I think people are making it out to be big deal. I see people all the time making videos,
Right.
and psychoanalyzing this, and it's like, well, okay, if Epic Games is doing so wrong to you, they're a big business. They're owned by Tencent Games. Okay, at this point.
Well, Tencent has shares in them, but they're not completely owned by them. But your point still stands. So.
My thing is to all of it, and I had a little bit of an argument in my not an argument. It was more of it was a civil debate.
Right.
And the thing is what I said there. I'll say here. If Steam does it, and I know Steam's gonna do it, they're gonna pull the trigger on a lot of things like that. If they start doing exclusive thing, are you gonna bat an eye? I guarantee you're not. You're gonna be okay with it. But when Epic does it or any other launcher does it, I actually say this because I got this thrown at me of good old games, and Valve does it. It's okay, but if Epic Games does it,
it's the end of the world.
It's the end of the world.
Yeah.
What people don't understand, I said this to you years ago. This was gonna trickle down to the PC eventually. Exclusives.
Yeah. We talked about that, yeah.
It was going to glorify, jump into the PC space. It was eventually going to happen, and it's been happening for 30 years. This has been happening. Console exclusives have been happening. Exclusive things have been happening. Look at the mobile tech industry. It's been happening there.
Yeah.
Take a look at sports. It happens all the time. Who has the exclusive rights to NBA? ESPN to a certain extent. Do we get mad at those things? No. Do we get mad when Apple decides to go out and buy Beats? Did we frown an eye? No. Harman Kardon, did we get mad when Samsung bought them out? No. We moved on. I don't understand about Epic Games. Everybody and their mother has lost their mind over it. And it's like, well, they're new kids on the block. Yes, I will give people their credit. Yeah, the CEO lied. Okay, he said, we're not going to gobble up exclusives. We're not going to be the devil in the room. But they're new, and they have to get people on the product. It's kind of like wrestling in a way where AEW's new. They're trying to attract the old school audience that left. So what are they doing? They're grabbing wrestlers that catch your eye. Same thing with Epic Games in a way. And I know I'm comparing two different industries, but it's kind of the same principle.
Yeah.
It's kind of like McDonald's in a way. When McDonald's does the McRib thing every year, 2 times a year, the reason their sales go up is because they have exclusive stuff that people want.
Right. Yeah.
It's the same with Epic Games. I just think people are overblowing it. I think people are psychoanalyzing because we do this in this world, and this is how the last couple of years has worked. Everybody's got to be right about everything. And I just think people are reading into it too much. And I'm going to say this. Those people that are saying those things and they're writing those fake reviews because they went out and bought Rocket League, the developers, for a reason.
So those people, yeah, you guys are fucking pricks. Just saying it right now.
Those people are going to be the same people that are going to go out and buy the game on Epic Games Store anyway. Because
I don't. Yeah, and the thing is I don't support review bombing. I know some people here on the internet have said that's a gray area. No, review bombing in general is stupid.
You're hurting the developer if you think about it.
Yeah, you are. You're hurting the developers. You're hurting the community. You're trying to steer the community away from the game. People who love this game, people who have actually spent money to get into the esports of this game, and now because it's no longer in a Steam thing, it's the end of the world, and that's not right. Review bombing. I don't support review bombing on anything really, because we don't know if these games are going to be good, or if the content in general that the review bombs are entailed are going to be good. I always tell people this is why I tell people, like, don't pay attention fully to a review. Like, don't put your heart and soul into a review and read it and think that that's the end all be all of the situation.
Well, here's the thing with Epic. They had to do moves to make people go to their product.
No, I know that. I understand that.
And the thing is, what I don't understand with people is, like, I guess Tom Sweeney or whatever his name is, I guess that's the big word we're using. Yeah, he lied. I get it. He lied. He was trying to make it all gloomy and we're not going to do this, but we all should have known this from the get-go, that this was going to happen.
Oh, God. Because tell me he's not the first developer or publisher to ever lie to their consumers.
They were going to do this anyway. Why? Because they have to make money, and they're giving more to the developer. So I knew why developers are moving over to Epic Games, because they're getting paid more. More mouths to feed, more developers get paid better, and I knew this was going to happen. My thing is, I don't understand the hypocrisy with it. If Valve does it, if Good Old Games, Valve, or any other launcher does it, it's okay. Slap on the wrist, it's okay. Perfectly fine. Consoles do it, perfectly fine. But if Epic Games does it, how dare they? Let's get the pitchforks and knives out, and let's go after them, because they are the Satan of the world. And my thing is to everybody is, those same people that are doing this are going to be the same hypocritical people when your friends are playing Borderlands or Rocket League, if they do put a system into place to convert it over to their store, which I'm assuming they're going to do with that franchise and all these exclusives, and they keep signing. It's like Microsoft, for instance, okay? So here's Microsoft. They bought out Obsidian Studio, the guys that are doing Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds will be the last game they put on multi-different platforms going forward. Am I mad over it? No, because they are making a lot of money for Microsoft. And Microsoft needs studios. So you're going to watch a lot of, in the next generation, you're going to watch a lot of these small mom and pop developers getting bought out that you love. It's for a reason. It's because they want to get you to buy a console. They want you to go to their platform. And to those people that are about the Borderlands stuff too, when I'm playing it, or you're playing it, or Metro's playing it, or whoever's playing it, those same people are going to go out and buy the game anyway.
Yeah, I agree. They're going to sit there, and that's really the crux of the whole thing, right? Like, we have people here, Rev, that are up in arms about this, that cry wolf, that whine, that they have an entire channel practically based going against this. But let's fast forward 10 years from now, 20 years from now. I mean, dude, it's like, hey, remember that channel you made about how much you hate this? Now it's like your #1 launcher. Huh. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I've seen this happen before. Remember when Origin first launched? Origin had an uproar for like, what, a week? And then everybody got on board.
Well, here's my thing. Here's my thing. Are you going to sit on the sidelines for 6 months and be that guy that has to wait for Borderlands to come to Steam? Or are you going to be the guy that's going to come join all of us when we're having fun? Which one are you going to do? Most likely you're going to go out and buy the game because you don't want to be left behind. And what I'm saying is, my point is the hypocrisy is real. The same people that are moaning and groaning, that are all upset that pitchfork and knife, if Steam does it, are you okay with it? Because Steam's going to do this. Steam is no slouch. They're going to start seeing. I kind of compare it to wrestling, and I know this is shitty. I compare it to the Monday Night Wars with WWE and WCW, where we're having a 2-team battle at this point. Now, Steam has been on this hierarchy for the longest time. They have never had competition like this, and now they're getting competition, which makes the industry better, in my opinion.
Yeah, it gives us more options.
And
if a game's on sale on one site and it's not on sale on another, guess what? You're more than likely going to go to the site that has the sale.
Exactly. And in my argument is you guys we have big powerful, most of us have big powerful PCs with big drives that can support all these launchers. I have Origin, Battle.net, Epic Game Launcher, Ubisoft. I have them all. And it's no big deal to me. Yeah, it's a convenience. I get it. I get it in that aspect. It's a convenience, with this, that, and the third. But there's going to be eventually some developer out there that's going to make an app that connects all these things together. Eventually. I'm making an assumption, but I'm assuming that's how it's going to work. I just think people need to get off their soapbox and realize that it's a business. And when there's new kids on the block, they got to make... They got to make the money, and they got to get the people to look at the product. If not, then what was the whole point of Epic Games doing their whole game store to begin with? That's what I keep telling people. It's like, come on, you got to understand how business works. You learn this in elementary school, middle school, all this. You learn it. You learn how big business works. It's like when a Coke manufacturer, for instance, a soda company, comes out with an exclusive soda that you can only do USA, for instance, SA. They come out or Baja Blast. Why do they come out during the summer? Only exclusively during the summer. Why is that? Well, I'll tell you why. Because they know they're going to make their money. Because it's a limited time thing. And they're going to get you to buy it anyway because they're going to overmarket it and make it out to be the best thing. Or what they'll do is they'll just sell it to Taco Bell for a while. And the reason Taco Bell does it is so you can go walk in and buy it yourself. Yeah. And they make money off of you. Now, I don't know. What's your standpoint on the whole thing?
Oh, with the whole Epic thing?
Yeah.
My standpoint is pretty much similar to yours. Like, let me put it this way. Like, if I'm supposed to have a problem with this now, right? If I'm not supposed to be able to support this, I'm supposed to stand with my fellow community members and fight the good fight, then where was I and my community members when Steam developed their own games on their platform? Where was I when Origin decided to switch all their games to Origin? Where was I when console games, made their own fucking exclusives? I'm just saying, like, if I'm going to start a fight or choose a battle that I know I can't win, why be a hypocrite about it? You know what I mean?
That's true.
It's fucking stupid at this point. Like, we're gonna sit here, rise our torches up in the fucking sky and burn, Epic burn, while at the same time we probably own more than one platform. We probably own a Switch. We probably own an Xbox or a PS4 like I do. I have plenty of exclusives there on those platforms. If I'm gonna start bitching about this now, then I don't deserve those platforms. I shouldn't be on those platforms if exclusivity bothers me. And that's how I look at it with my fellow gamers. Like, if they're going to bitch, they're going to whine, they're going to cry about this move that Epic's doing, then they need to turn in all of their shit. They need to get rid of all of their shit and stop being fucking hypocrites. You guys want me to fight this fight? Okay, well, let's start with you. Like, let's get you guys' shit fucking out of your house and sold to GameStop, and then we'll talk.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing to that, and I'll further that. If you're gonna do it that way, vote with your wallet. But most we're all impatient. Look, at the end of the day, I'm impatient. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait around. Like I said, I'm not gonna wait around for Borderlands to be on Steam 9 months later. I'm gonna get it now because my friends are playing it. And honestly, so what? I have to go to a different launcher to enjoy it.
Not a big deal, really.
It's not a big deal to me. They had to make these moves. I keep telling people this. Like, if I'm Epic Games, I'm making moves. I know Tom Sweeney lied. I get it. big organizations are gonna lie anyway. They're gonna try to tell you it's not doom and gloom, and they're not gonna do this shit. But at the end of the day, they're going to, because they're a big organization and they have to. Look at the movie industry. Look right now, they're fighting. They're fighting over two things. Do you want to go to a theater anymore, or do you want to watch it in the comfort of your couch at home? A full-fledged movie, day one. To me, it's becoming, I don't want to deal with crowds. I don't want to fight people to get into a movie theater where it's gloom and sticky, and some of the theaters I've been to are not that great. And the
Smell
cinema's
bad,
not that.
and the fucking food is super fucking expensive. The drinks are super expensive. How many theaters have you been told that like they make all of their money from their vending? Like I've been told that my whole life. Like yeah, they don't make money on the tickets. They make money on the vending, which to certain degrees I agree. Like I'm sure that is the case because
Well,
they're
look at
licensing
Marvel.
those movies to show us, you know what I mean? So I know they have to pay that. But like
I don't agree with Steven Spielberg in a way that movie theaters are dying, because take a look at this. Think about it. Marvel's Endgame would have made their money anyway if it was digital or not. If they released it day one to digital on an exclusive platform, let's say Disney decided, oh, we're going to put it on our exclusive platform, buy it for $9.99. I guarantee people would buy it anyway. Like literally, or go to the theater. You know, either one you would go to anyway. Or maybe you're one of those people that would buy it 3-4 times over and go see it and cry 5 times over. I mean, I've heard it's a great movie. I haven't seen it yet personally. I've had it spoiled to me several thousand times. I'm still gonna go.
That shit was spoiled to me too. That shit pissed me off. Like as soon as I come into work, everybody's like, "Oh, by the way, Iron Man died." I'm like, "You son of a bitch!"
Spoiler alert in this episode.
Oh fuck it, I just did it. God damn it! I didn't even.
Spoiler.
I'm sorry, guys. Yes, he does. God damn it! Look, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna go see it anyway. Anybody out there that heard that, you're probably still gonna go see it anyway because you're gonna want to know what happens at that. I've heard that story so many times, and you know, some of us out there are probably getting it other means and
right.
But it's like Game of Thrones. Same thing with Game of Thrones. It's like, yeah, they're making their hands over. They're making it hand over fist. For me, I haven't watched any of the seasons. I've had it spoiled to me over and over again. I don't even know what the franchise is. I will watch it. I will binge watch it when it all comes to a conclusion, and I can sit down.
That's a good way to go, though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I wish I would have done that because waiting for this fucking season all this time, dude, is torture. It is utter torture, dude. Like, I've been dying to watch this shit, and it's like
I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit down with like I said to you, with my balls in the chair, and I'm gonna sit comfortable. Maybe, maybe some vaping action, maybe some other type of smoking, which we won't mention. And I'll sit down and I will take in the 5 to 6 hours of Game of Thrones, and I'll come back with a conclusion. Because for me, I've heard the books are better, and I may read the books before I watch the series.
So there's a lot to read. If you read the books, dude, like you're looking at possibly falling asleep quite a bit reading. If you're like me.
I'm an audiobook person, so
oh, okay, that's even better.
I have dyslexia problem. Dyslexic. Yeah, where reading is math, reading, all that's frustrating with me. That's why I wear glasses half of the time to correct that. But it's kind of to my point. If they're gonna make their money no matter what, digital. If they did it day one digital and they did it in the theater, people still go to those diehard old school people that want to go do it old school wise. We're going to go to the theater in the cinema and see it. And if they did it digital, it would have been the same thing. They would have made hand over fist. I don't know what the whole argument is with Epic Games compared to digital and streaming at this point. I think
streaming, I think the whole streaming with Stadia is a bigger fucking thing to me than a launcher exclusive, you know what I mean?
What you should be worried about is these streaming companies coming up the pike, like Amazon.
Yeah, exactly.
Apple clapping my English.
You say clapping.
Yeah. Grabbing these game companies. That's what I'm fearful of. That's when I'm going to get a little ticked off, because then I have to go invest in their service at that point to go play. Let's just say, for instance, we'll just say a random franchise, for instance, that's really Call of Duty. Let's do Call of Duty. Hypothetically, guys, Let's say Activision signs a deal with Google. Let's just say that. Hypothetical. This is not real news or anything. Hypothetically, they grab Call of Duty. I'm gonna be upset a little bit because I vested so much time into the franchise over the years on consoles and on PC. Now you're taking it away from me and forcing me into go and buying that streaming service so I can play those games. You know what I mean? That's when you should be upset. And then that's when you vote with your wallet and you make them hurt. This whole game launcher bullshit is beyond me. I don't understand why people are fighting. I've seen it all over the Discords. Like, people are losing their shit. It's the same thing with the whole argument about PC hardware. It's like, I want to say this in the game. I don't care what you rock or what you own. I don't care what standpoint you're on, honestly. I don't. Like what you like and enjoy what you enjoy. If you want to sit out and be one of those guys on the sideline, meanwhile, me, Brimstone, and everybody else is playing it, more power to you.
Right.
But like I said, you have I'm going to say this, you have a lot of balls for doing it. A lot of gusto for doing it. If you're going to sit out and wait out, that takes a lot of impatience. I would go insane. Honestly, if I had to wait out the 12 months to a year, you know what I mean? I would just lose my mind.
The only time I would wait for a game to go down in price is if it's got issues, you know what I mean? Like, if it's got a lot of issues like Anthem, I wish I would have waited for that game. First game that I've pre-ordered in years, and look what happened with that. You know what I mean? Like, I should have waited for that shit. I shouldn't have bought that. And it's got a lot of fucking issues. So it's like, it's just gaming in general has become like playing the stock market, dude. You gotta fucking get in.
Also, gaming has become toxic in a way too.
True, yeah, it has.
You know, like, we were talking about this. You were talking to me, like, Mortal Kombat, for instance. I used to remember when Mortal Kombat used to be a little bit more sexualized, and it's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
In my time, okay, 90s, we're going to talk 90s here. We were allowed to say whatever we wanted, and there was no repercussions. Now, if you breathe on somebody, or you say something out of line, or even this topic, people are losing their shit over it. And it's like, why can't we just come to a mutual disagree to agree moment where we just shake hands and we just go your way, you go mine. You know, we go our separate ways and just move on. You know, I think these people are expecting way too much. And my thing is, what I find interesting is with this whole argument over these launchers is those same people that are complaining about Epic Games doing this are the same people as are batting an eye to these other companies that are going to do it. You think Steam's going to stand by letting this happen? No. You think EA is going to allow this? Uplay, Good Old Games, any of these launchers that are out there for games are going to allow this to happen on their watch? No. They're going to do the exact same thing. I wouldn't be surprised. Even Microsoft, we'll go back like a year or two ago. Remember when they were talking about buying out EA and making them an exclusive thing?
Yeah.
And they're still talking about that now. Like EA is... They're getting back to kind of better, but they're kind of flundering. Imagine Microsoft buying them out. Are we going to complain then when they do it and they make it an Xbox One PC thing only?
You know they will. They'll say something about it. May not be as big as what Epic is going through right now, but you know they will say something.
Well, yeah, and Epic will respond by buying somebody else.
Yep.
This is how this world works. You know, this is how big companies work. Look at Apple. Apple went out and bought Beats. Why? Because Beats was profitable. Why did Samsung buy AKG, aka Harman Kardon? They were profitable, and they were looking to be bought out. Why did Logitech go out and buy Blue? Well, Blue was kind of not doing too well, and they went out and they just said, "Hey, here's a bunch of money. Sign with us for many years."
Yeah,
same would happen
with Astros. They bought Astro out because Astro was they were drowning in their own debt.
And same thing with Microsoft buying Nokia. Same thing happened there. I don't get mad when companies do this because sometimes it benefits the company.
Yeah, Nokia's making a comeback. Like, Nokia is actually making a pretty strong comeback from what I understand.
HTC pulled out of the smartphone market. They didn't want to be bought out, so they did say,
VR.
"Hey, look, we're not."
Now they're doing VR. That's all they're doing is VR now.
and they said, we're not doing too well with doing phones. We're not selling well, so we're going to X that market, and we're going to take those people and put them into the VR market. And we're going to make VR better. Which their headsets are damn expensive, and, and Facebook ain't any, Oculus is cheaper, but those arguments are there. I mean, we can have this argument all day where we can talk about Epic Games. I think it's smart what Epic Games is doing. They have to do it. What they need to fix, and this is a lot of things, and I agree with a lot of people that that I've talked to. Yeah, they need to fix the game store. They do need to make it better, but it will get better over time. Right now, it's new. They did admit everything is new. They are learning as they go, and guys, they're not going to turn into almost a 20-year company overnight. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And you guys are expecting way too much out of Epic. And yes, they do have authentication apps. They do. They have a 2-step verification. People were telling me they don't. They've been hacked before, but that happens with every company.
Dude,
Facebook,
Valve has been hacked before. I don't know what the fuck. And it's like as soon as Epic does something, dude, everybody forgets about the shit that everybody else went through.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you guys, Epic is going to make moves too. I mean, not Epic. Valve's going to make moves. And you're going to watch it happen in the next 3. I think it's going to be it's going to be interesting to me in the next 10 years how gaming's going to be. I don't think it's true. I don't think right now cloud gaming is the way to be because the infrastructure's not there. Until we get the 5Gs and we get the gigabit internet, I just don't think cloud gaming is there as a whole yet. Until we get that 1-to-1 and we don't have the lag and they're going to have to work this out over time. But we are going to get to that point to where streaming is going to be just as good as a home console. We're going to get there. Not today, though. I think it's going to take a good 15.
Take a good while.
I think it's going to take 15 years before we see cloud gaming really until the internet infrastructure, because there's a lot of people in world countries and worlds in the States that can't even get internet. And the best internet they can get is satellite internet at best. And that's terrible in itself. And I know I'm bringing up a lot of different topics within this topic, but it kind of puts it all in perspective. And what I want people to understand is you got to understand big business. We learned this in school. We got taught this. And it's like you work in the casino industry, right?
Yeah.
It's like when bigger casinos buy out the smaller casinos. What do? You go to the big, you're going to go to the, if you like gambling, you're going to go to the new casino that bought this casino out. Just pointing that in perspective. It's like the Raiders. What are you gonna do when the Raider? If you're a Raiders diehard Raider fan, are you gonna protest and pitchfork and knife since they're going to Vegas? No, you're gonna probably take a trip to Vegas and wine and dine yourself on casinos and whatnot, and you're gonna go and watch a Raider game. I mean, people are gonna get over it, and that's just how it is. I got over it when the Raiders left LA. I got over it. I didn't cry when the Rams left. It's the same here. I just think people are expecting way too much with gaming, and I think it's going to be interesting. We did talk about this. It's going to be interesting next generation how all it's going to fold. Yeah. I'm actually fascinated to see how Microsoft, Nintendo, PlayStation, or Sony, and cloud services, how it's all the battle to be number one is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about that in depth. I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting 10 years. I've never seen this as, my amount of time being on this earth, 28 years soon to be. I haven't seen it. You know what I mean? I'm fascinated. Gaming is getting interesting, and we're going to find out in the next 10 years where we are. Maybe our minds will be changed, Brimstone. In 10 years, we'll be like, oh, hey, that cloud service, man, you want to hop on?
Stranger things have happened. I mean, anything's possible, but like you said, the internet needs to catch up. What's up, Levon Kaysen? Welcome to the show.
And hey, we've been playing that Mortal Kombat, man.
Yeah, I've been
Mortal
like
Kombat.
No life in that shit.
It runs well on the Nintendo Switch, 1080p 60, minus some graphical issues and so forth and so on. But that's the compromise they made with porting it over.
Well, dude, I've been also playing some of the competitive.
On what? Mortal Kombat?
Mm-hmm.
Playing ranked?
Yep.
Hell yeah. Ranked is no joke.
Dude, if you want to get good, that's the best way to do it.
Oh, I learned the Towers of Time, man. The Towers of Time are no joke. If you want to get skins, whatnot, Tower of Time, you grind that out to your heart's content.
Bruh.
You will get the skins you're looking for.
Everybody's like so tied up on doing it with the AI. I do it with both. Like there's some like that whole day that I was playing it was like half and half. Like there were some characters that I was able to beat easier than what the AI was doing. So like.
Okay, speaking of Epic Games, one more thing I will talk about on the topic. They're giving away 2 free games per week. Do you see that on Valve? You don't.
But
Yeah,
who knows?
are
Maybe
they-
you will after this. You know, you never know.
Well, Valve's got to answer. See, right now Valve's quiet, and the thing is with Valve never stays quiet for too long. They usually launch some badass revival of a franchise.
You know, it'd be badass. You know, it'd be badass if they came out with a new Counter-Strike and then like launched Half-Life 3 and Team Fortress 3 all the same month. Or I mean,
Wouldn't
not
it be-
same month, but same calendar year.
Wouldn't it be something if they turn around and say, "Oh, hey guys, you know that World War Z? That's our clone of our game. By the way, we're launching officially Left 4 Dead 3. How about that?
That
by the
would be
way-
cool.
And by the way, we're launching it with new characters, and we're gonna make it even more sexier than World War Z.
I'd be down
and
with
then-
that. Hell yeah.
And I would love to see. I know Valve won't do this, but I would like them to do like you remember back in the day. You watched wrestling back in the day. I would love them to take shots. It would make the war really cool if they
It'd
turn
be
around and go,
fun.
"Hey,
It could be fun.
hey, those Epic guys over there, the ones that made a clone of our game that signed at a studio. By the way, we're the ones that really do it better. So here it is. And by the way, and by the way, those Epic guys that are dropping their so-called split with the developer, guess what? We just lowered our split, and we're gonna give more to the developer. We're gonna take 10%. If
Or-
they do that, that war will start. That war will happen.
Let's throw in a twist too. Like let's be like, oh, so you guys' game engine is for free until you guys profit off of it, right? And you do like a 10% split for after it makes its first profit. Not only will we make our shit free, but you guys will be able to have free updates with your engine if you wish to update your games into the new engines that we release, and we will half the split.
Oh, and guess what, guys? We purchased another game engine. Bam. Here you go. Bam. I would love to see that from Epic. From Steam, Valve.
Yeah.
It would be amazing. It would blow the root. I would be like, oh my God, here's the war. We're getting into it. This is gonna be good. Cause I want that. Competition makes everything better, and it makes it good for our gamers because we get good games out of it. That's the thing that people don't understand. We're gonna get good games out of it. As far as PC goes, I mean, that I'm excited for the next 10 years because we're gonna have Intel entering the GPU race.
I'm
We're
actually
gonna
looking
have-
forward to that. Actually,
We're gonna have a lot of things entering the race. We're gonna have Samsung coming into the CPU race. I never thought that in my life. They're gonna be coming into the actual microprocessing for desktops and phones and what. I'm like, man, it's getting good. Like we're gonna have a 4-team race. Apple's planning on doing their own modems for phones. I mean, never thought in my lifetime that I would see like a 4-team race on who's gonna have the best CPUs and Intel coming into the GPU market. What needs to happen? Really needs to happen. Like they're gobbling up Nvidia guys. It's interesting. It's getting very, very interesting. And I would like to see the competition. Who's going to work with Intel? That's my question. Who's going to be working with them? Asus, MSI? Are they going to just make their own cards and be exclusive to themselves? It's going to be interesting. The next 5-10 years is going to be interesting. As a gamer, as a hardware enthusiast, a technology person, it's going to be interesting. I'm hyped. And I'm hyped for E3 this year. Like, I know E3 is not everybody's thing because companies are pulling out left and right. But I'm kind of
E3
interested.
is gonna be a joke, dude. E3 is just gonna be a fucking joke.
Well, I'm hoping with Nintendo's event, I'm hoping they do address some things. The leaks, the rumors. I know Sony's doing their own event. And I know they're going to reveal the PS5. Microsoft's going to have their own event at E3. They're going to reveal the new Xbox. They're going to call it the new Xbox. They're not going to call it Xbox 2. If they call it Xbox 2, I'm done. Like,
not?
who?
I'd still buy it.
Oh, well, so would I. But it's got to, if it comes in at 600, then I'm like backing off. I'm just like, yeah, you guys, 600, that's a lot of money. I can upgrade my PC for that price. You
So,
can.
so speaking of Epic, right? Like with Epic's VR launch, they're also supporting Oculus support, right? Like pretty big. They're gonna be pushing Oculus support. So I
Do you know they do you know that them and Oculus supposedly they have a deal on board with them with Facebook. Facebook owns Oculus.
yes. I know about it. In
And
fact, I'm looking at the ad right now for the new Oculus Quest, and that looks awesome, dude.
I was telling
399.
Metro about that.
That's a good price, dude. 399, you get a 64 gig model. I'm fine because I'm gonna be doing nothing but art with mine. Like I'm looking at
So,
getting this for as for sketching in VR. Like I don't care about anything else really.
I don't know if Metro told you, but one of our buddies. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later.
Uh-oh.
That's for later after the show.
Uh-oh.
It's pretty exciting. Metro was thinking about it, but so if you guys didn't hear about VR headsets, sit down, take notes. There is the Quest. So let me explain the Quest because I'm all about this VR because I'm interested in VR again. I had all 3 headsets. I had the PSVR, I had the HTC Vive, and the Oculus Rift. Okay, I had them all because when Rev had money, I said I got to buy all these headsets, man. I got to buy them all. I got to try them all because the demos don't help you. I returned my Oculus Rift though, and I got the Vive because I thought the Vive was better, and I sold that eventually because the Vive, the cables were too big, like huge cables. But so these new headsets, so we got the Quest. So the Quest is pretty much Oculus's. If you guys seen it in the store, it's called the Go, and the Go was a standalone headset that didn't take a phone. Did not. You could program your phone to it if you choose to, Android or Apple, and you can move anywhere you want in the room and use their proprietary apps on the go, and you can like watch NBA through the VR, and it was a cordless that you charged. Now the Quest is doing the same thing, but the Quest steps up the game where they have tracking on them now. The cameras, they have them so you can be in any square circumference. Which is cool. And it comes with an 850 Snapdragon 850 processor. It's going to have 1440p by 1440p. And they're promising that, and I experienced this last generation, the screen door effect. They did say that they're going to be fixing, they're going to resolve that within this headset, which kudos to them. I'm hoping for that
is
price.
That the blurry shit that they did?
So you ever looked into a screen door before?
Yeah.
When you look outside,
yeah.
that effect, that's what it is.
Oh,
so
okay.
they're kind of fixing that. They
were doing that. From what I understand, they were trying to do that to like alleviate dizziness, right? Like people were getting motion sick. Yeah.
So this headset's going to be the first truly wireless headset. So it'll have their own software running inside the headset, and it'll be like an Android phone deal, where you can download apps from their store, web browsers and everything that'll be on there, and like streaming TV apps, so forth and so on. Then you have the other one. If you're a PC person and you want to just flat out don't care about having having cords and whatnot, and you want to keep to the Steam VR and the Epic Games VR thing they're doing with Oculus, which is exclusive to them. Another thing that Epic Games signed that people are losing their shit over. Which people are going to still buy the Oculus, and because I think Oculus is the better price.
Better price for performance, in my opinion. Yeah.
So
I like their controller more too. Their controller is a lot nicer. I think. I don't really care for Vives.
So the Oculus, it's going to be called the Oculus Rift S, and that's going to be the prequel. It's going to be the predecessor to the original Oculus. So
yeah,
it'll have cameras up in the front, 1440p on both sides. It'll be glasses supported. Thank you. They come with two goggle things and whatnot, and it'll have an automatic adjuster, no toggle on the side anymore. Thank God. Thank you, Facebook, for that.
I'm seriously concerned the Quest though, dude.
Oh, the Quest.
Yeah.
The Quest is gonna be really good. I mean, for people that just don't want to deal with the PC aspect and want to take the PC out of it and just want to play their Beat Saber wirelessly, like in any room or any place, and not have to set up a PC.
Yeah.
It'll be perfect for that. So now you have that. Then you have Valve announcing their headset that is in conjunction with the Lovo. And so they said, screw you, HTC. We're done with you. We're going to go with the next thing, a Lovo. Lenovo had the worst rating headset.
Lenovo's headset? Yeah, that was like a knockoff, wasn't it?
It was a knockoff, and it was a mixed reality headset. So I'm hoping, as Steam wanted to, which they said HTC couldn't deliver, their finger controllers.
Right.
That they couldn't deliver on. And then so that's going to be selling for, I think, $499, which has got 14, I think it's 2560 by 1440. One is 1440 and the other one's 2560.
Yeah.
And it's going to have all the bells and whistles and, you know, Steam support. Then you have HTC Vive 2, which is interesting.
It's expensive. Oh man.
It's going to be $699 at launch, and it's going to have the best resolution you can get on a headset. But keep this in mind. Samsung, keep this in mind. Mixed reality headset has the same resolution, the same tracking, the kind of the Oculus Rift controls. Cheaper, about $200 cheaper. I think it's like $300 cheaper, and offers the same thing that HTC is doing. Now, don't get me wrong. I've owned 3 different headsets. I owned the PSVR. Problem with the PSVR was the resolution. Oculus Rift was the best out of all of them. Fortunately, my Oculus Rift I returned because I didn't like the lighthouses, but you know, HTC, the lighthouses were ridiculous. They were big, they were chunky, and they involved 3 cables, so just picture wires running around your room, because that was my problem with it. And yeah, I didn't like the Oculus. I didn't really like HTC Vive at the end of it all. I was grateful to sell it and get rid of it.
Bro,
it was
that Mages game is like, that's the first time I experienced an Oculus Rift, and I was kind of hooked to it, dude. That game was awesome. I love that game.
So games that I played on Oculus Rift that I found fun: Arizona Sunshine, hands down, great game. Rock Band, okay, an exclusive to Oculus Rift, was a blast. It brought me back to a time when Rock Band first came out for the first time.
Put this up here, right.
and it was exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Like playing Rock Band in VR, like turning your head to like look at notes and like see the audience in front of you, like you can grab out. I was like, damn, this is a great experience. I'm like really freaking surprised. And I played a lot of other games. I did play some golf games. That was fun. Thank God I didn't break anything. But I had more fun on the PlayStation VR. Like Farpoint was the shit. Like if they would have just spent more time with the headset and made the resolution better, I would have stuck with the PSVR. Like hands down, with the gun in your hand, it was like literally scary. Like a lot of times I would turn my head and freak out.
Yeah.
That's how good the PSVR was. The resolution was terrible. Now I'm hoping with the PSVR 2, when they put it alongside the PS5, it does better. Better resolution. They need to, and somewhat make it less wires, because the problem with the PlayStation VR was the wire was so chintzy, it would come out. Honestly. But yeah, VR technology is getting there, and people are getting excited for it. I'm like, when I had my first experience with the Vive, they took me into Google Maps. Okay, Google Maps, and you're on top of the Eiffel Tower. Okay, and I was shaking. I was literally shaking because it was so nerve-wracking. It felt I was there. And they tell you to look down. Look straight down. And you look straight down, and you're like, holy shit. Like, it looks like you're in real life looking down, and everybody's ant size. I thought I had to take it off for a moment because it was too real. That's how good VR is when it's done right. Oh, yeah. When it's done right, it's scary. Like, some of the scary games that are on there are for real. It's no joke. I love VR. I just didn't like the wires. The wires was the problem. A lot of times my wires would get tangled, and when I would go move outside of what I was doing, I was afraid to break my USB ports. And the power it takes to run these things. Like, I had to buy a USB hub because I didn't have enough USB 3 ports for the lighthouses and for the headset. Another thing that was cool about, and I know I'm going on in the show about VR.
That's okay. That's what we have in the viewfinder right now.
Which is cool about the VR was the concerts. Like concerts are expensive nowadays. To be on YouTube 360 and mirror that, like you're doing 360, like you're like standing at a concert. It feels like you're standing there live.
Yeah.
And watching a Beyonce show or something really cool like Imagine Dragons. Like I've never experienced them live. I would love to in one of these days. And to see them like at a festival with YouTube 360, you feel like you're sitting in the audience, like right there with earphones on. The only thing I didn't like about all those headsets was the fact that I had to throw a headset in conjunction, and that's the main problem. It becomes a bulky thing after a while, like the headset, and then it became like way too heavy for my head. At times, I'd have to put it down after a while because of the weight of everything made me motion sickness. Because when you're in that environment for so long and you're playing for so long, you eventually get dizzy because there's so much going on that your eyes have to keep eye on. And a lot of times I felt like I was going to run into my table. Run into my table or my desk. So I would like always have to, what I like what these headsets are doing now, you can actually lift them up slightly and see what you're looking at. Like you could flip it up a little bit like you do glasses and you can actually see what's going on, which is cool. So all these headsets are going to be amazing. If you're going for a Quest, go for a Quest.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to buy a Quest. I've already made up my mind. In fact, as we're talking about this, I'm thinking how fast I can get my entire area down here clean before I buy one of these. It's happening, dude. I'm buying one of these.
Next thing you know, hey, Rhett.
Wireless art, dude. That's how I'm looking at this. Wireless art. I'm gonna sketch with this thing, dude. That's all I want to do.
The next thing Rev hears Brimstone goes, "Hey, Rev, I'll come get you. You want to come experience some VR? I'll come get you. I have too much fun with this. You got to come down here, gotta experience this shit. Next thing you know." But yeah, VR. I hope I explained all the information about VR because I've been watching all the footage of it. I watched Facebook introduced a new Oculus Quest and S, and then they also announced the dating app, which was hilarious, all behind it.
And saying,
and then they said they're re-overhauling Facebook because Messenger was, we're gonna unseparate the apps and we're gonna combine them together.
I don't know. I think Facebook could be kind of fun depending on what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
If you're fucking with it, like you're just like playing around with it, just kind of doing whatever. Like I don't know. Facebook could be fun. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
So, like I said, we talked about Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is a definite win. Anybody in stream that's watching or watching the podcast, the live stream, I will say, honestly, Mortal Kombat is worth the win. If you can get it for right now on CD Keys, they have for $45. You can get the premium edition. $45 on PC. And I say that's a good deal because of all the problems that's going on with PC. People don't want to talk about it on PC. Everybody's telling me it's great, runs fine. I said, why do I see a lot of reviews saying it's the opposite? I mean, it may work in your situation, but it didn't work in mine. And I'm having fun on the Switch version. And yeah, we got Saints Row coming out this month. Saints Row the 3rd. I'm going to be picking that up in 3 days from now because I want to experience it on the Switch. Crash Team Racing comes out the month after this, which I'm excited for. We got a lot of games coming to the Switch. We got Mario Maker coming up soon, which is going to be exciting.
All right. Whoa!
We got a lot of games coming up, and then on the Xbox side, we got Rage, which is coming to all platforms. Yeah, this year, I mean, the next couple months is going to be pretty good for games. Like, we got a couple good big ones. Rage, I've already pre-ordered because I got my refund on Mortal Kombat, so I decided I'll just go pick up Rage 2 and give that a whirl. Open world, apocalypse game, why not?
We still need to play. We still need to go through with the Far Cry one that we got.
Hell yeah, we do.
We got that shit on sale, man. Me and you went fucking ham on that Ubisoft stuff.
Yeah, we did.
Jesus Christ. Like, between you and me, I think we spent probably about over $400 that month.
Oh, I will say I bought that game.
And
what else
Division
did
2.
And Division 2.
We did that.
And then I bought it. Then I bought another. Then I bought another copy for for Metro. I remember that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Does he even?
And then
play that?
We're the funny part is I'm booked for games. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys. So if you guys are not checking me out on live stream, you guys should. I'm gonna be playing with this guy right here. We're gonna go play Gears of War 4 because he needs to get ready for 5. Halo's coming out next month, I think soon. which is exciting. We're gonna go back and play those games, co-op those. It's gonna be fun. We got War. I'm playing Warframe on the Switch. Hopefully. Let's see what else. I got Mega Man coming in, which I'm excited to play that on the Switch. I'm not a huge Mega Man fan, but I haven't played it in a couple of years because the last couple iterations were not that great. And we got a bunch of good games coming out. Like we got Madden coming up in the summer, which hopefully it's still on PC at that time. We got a lot of things coming up. We got the Overwatch events.
Switch games at Walmart are on sale. I forgot to tell you. They've all been reduced down to like $49.
Really?
All of them. All of them.
That's
I
a
went
steal.
to my Walmart and there was like $10 off of everything. I was like, hey. And like even Mega Man is like $20 right now, and that's for the hardware too.
Jesus. So Saints Row for sure. I love Saints Row games, so it's a win-win for me. And I know THC Nordic, and they own Deep Silver. They have a deal with Nintendo, so that's why you're seeing a lot of THC Nordic stuff come to the Switch. A lot of stuff like Warhammer, not Warhammer. Oh God, Darksiders. A lot of stuff like that are coming to the Switch like rapidly. You're seeing it. And they're not ports. They're actually being developed like hand in hand with the Switch, which is cool. They're not being ported over by Doodle or Panic Switch or any of those companies. Panic Button. Anything like that.
You know what my next game's gonna be on Switch, dude? I'm really considering getting that BlazBlue Cross.
I've seen that.
Like I've been eye fucking that game for a while, dude. I'm like, I might actually pull the trigger on it and just get it because like I'm a huge Arc System Fighter fan, dude. That's like my number one company next to the ones that do Tekken.
I gotta play Splatoon with you. I got that recently. I gotta play the story. I gotta get the DLC so I can play the story.
Yeah, we need to start like linking up on that shit because the community is still very much alive and well.
And then I got Diablo 3 recently, which I need to play that. Just because I didn't want to buy the DLC on PC because it's basically the same price than buying it on Switch. So I was like, I might just buy it on Switch
if I
and
buy
get
it
all
on
the
Switch,
DLC.
then that means I'll own Diablo on literally every platform that I have. Every single platform.
Do you want to talk about these tech deals over here?
Sure. Let me pull. I know you sent them to me, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, let me go into the DMs.
So,
let's first talk about the PSA we're gonna do. Okay, so beware of fake processors. This is an interesting article. I was kind of perusing through it while we were talking. So evidently, this guy was disguising Core 2 Duos as i9s. So if you guys are going to eBay and you see something that might be too good to be true, this is probably what it is. Just like
what they're doing is they're delidding i9s, taking the IHS, swapping the lids, and they're resoldering it back to the chip and reselling it. Jesus, that's some savagery. That's a
lot of work, but you know what? I bet you that dude made some pretty good cash.
Yeah, probably. Another tech deal that's going on right now, guys. If you guys are looking at getting a starter out PC for $899, and this is by Alienware, keep this in mind. I just seen this come across.
Is this the Tom's Guide or?
No, this is. I'll send you the article to it. Here it is. PC Gamer, keeping it in the. I saw it and might talk about it. So $300 off on this Alienware. I know Alienware is not everybody's favorite brand, but this is pretty worth it.
This is a pretty good deal.
$899. $899. If you're trying to get into PC gaming right now, $899 is a pretty good sweet spot. You get a 1660 Ti, which is equivalent to, I would say, a little bit better than a 1060. I would say if you're going that way.
And this pre-build's actually giving you 16 gigabytes. Like, that's actually pretty damn good. Almost every pre-build that I've ever seen is 8 gigabytes.
You're getting 6 cores if you're wanting to start streaming. The 9400 is not bad. You're getting a 1 terabyte drive. You're getting a wireless card, and you're getting Windows included for free.
That's
a great deal.
Yeah, $899. That's not bad.
And that is
you probably can't even part this exact build out for that much.
No, you really can't. It's a really good deal. And you're not getting an SSD. Keep this in mind. You're not getting an SSD, but there's some compromises. I know pre-built you're compromising, and I know the power supply is probably not that
Comes
great.
with a Wi-Fi card though. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad deal, actually. This is a pretty damn good deal. You and me were talking about this fucking card forever ago when it first launched, and we were considering it because it was such a good deal at the time. And then, then we found mine, and yeah, I can honestly say I got the best deal out of it. But
and it eats and you save 10% more on Dell's website with using the offer code here, save 10 AFF.
I know UFD Tech covered this, but I just want to kind of preface it. Ryzen is clearing out their shit right now. AMD is clearing out their shit for the new launch. Amazon, everything is like marked down anywhere from $20 to $80 on all their last gen Ryzen processors. So
right now it's a good time. It's a good time to buy right now it's a good time to buy a Ryzen product.
Hell yeah.
1700 I've seen as low as and this is no joke. I've seen a 1600 for literally no joke going for 115. I've seen a 1700 going for 130. I have seen a 2600, my processor, going as low as almost 200. Right now, if you're trying to build a PC and you're looking for what's best for the budget, I would say right now, on the AMD side is where it's at. And if you're going Intel, the 9400F, that's comparable to the 2600, is a really good deal as well, because I want to get my Intel brethren out there. Some deals. Intel's really giving away the i5s and the i3s for a good price. And the i3
mainly because they're working on their GPUs right now, so they're trying to get that profit in there. So they're cutting prices just so they can start pushing product again.
Now I would say the i7s are a bad deal because they're still you can buy a Ryzen CPU that has 8 cores, 16 threads for a hell of a deal. They're even getting rid of Threadrippers.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen this too. Threadrippers are going for an entry level 8 core 16 thread rippers going for $250.
Yeah.
They're throwing you deals at those processors. Even the middle of the road, the 1950X has really come down in price, and that's first gen. And I would tell people Threadrippers are no joke. I mean, I owned one, and they literally work. They do. If you want to do an all-out one PC streaming and gaming, that's the way to do it.
Yep, everything.
1950X would be, and if you're gonna get a Threadripper or a Ryzen, make sure to go X470, and make sure to go X499. Don't go 399 or X370 because of the issues they're having with first gen Ryzen motherboards had a lot of, and Threadripper boards had a lot of issues.
Yeah, I remember them going through their paces. Their all of their SIs were having issues with it. A lot of tech YouTubers were talking about
even myself owning
motherboard companies sending them what was it, the Ryzen 2400U or whatever.
I have first gen Ryzen motherboards, and I can tell you they're updating them like crazy. Every month I see a BIOS update. So I know they're really working hard on fixing first gen Ryzen. They're still trying to make the boards mature, and they're struggling to do that. Yeah. Gigabyte, I have 2 gigabyte motherboards in both of my PCs, and they're updating them once a month with BIOS updates. I'm always checking. And AMD's been consistent. If you're on the AMD side, they've been consistent with driver updates as far as chipset drivers and GPU drivers. And I'll say this, and no knock to NVIDIA, at least AMD's not separating the drivers, okay? Their game rating and creator drivers are the same. They're not separate. So keep that in mind when you're buying NVIDIA. Like NVIDIA, be mindful of, if you are a creator, get the creator drivers. If you're a game person, then get the game ready drivers. I don't know why they don't put it as one like they usually do, but I just want to give a warning to anybody that's building their first PC. Put that in your mind when you go and buy your PC. You know what I mean? When you're building, drivers, if you don't want to have driver complications, then I would recommend just going AMD.
Oh yeah,
because they give it to you all in one.
Yeah.
How about these tech deals, man? These tech deals are damn great. Wow, they list out everything. Wow.
Let me get into the. All right.
A 65-inch sharp 4K TV for $500. Jesus.
Bro, they have been pushing those TVs at Walmart lately down to $398.
Sony 70-inch 4K Ultra Smart TV, $1,098. Jesus, they're throwing you. I mean, Sony TVs I've seen refurbished and regular going for like 1,000 flat. That is a steal.
Look at this, dude. Fucking wireless HyperX headphones for $90.
That's a steal.
Yes, sir.
Echo Smart, Echo 3rd generation smart speaker for $30. That's a steal.
You know what? I almost fucking forgot again because I was at Walmart and I saw the deal there too. So I don't know if it's at your guys' Walmarts, wherever you're watching this from. Both my Walmarts here are selling all of their Corsair shit clearanced out. So you could get their higher end mechanical keyboard for like $60, marked down from like 150. So like,
guys. So if you're interested in Apple Watches, they're throwing you deals. Amazon's giving off the retail price of the full retail price. Series 3 Apple Watch for $229. That's a steal.
Oh,
Series 4 is a steal.
You said it's funny how you just brought that up. So Walmart's selling those knockoff earbuds. I almost did it, dude. I almost pulled the trigger on them. They were like $26. I was like, damn. Like, those look nice too.
I will say this: an S9 unlocked 64 gig for $485. That is a steal. An unlocked Note 9 709. That's a steal. I'll tell you why. If you're looking for a new phone, that's a steal. Like $700 to some people is a steal. Like that phone usually retails for like $1,200. You're getting a steal. Mortal Kombat 11 for PS4, Xbox One, or Switch. You get $10 off. That's a steal.
It's even more of a steal if you use Bing all the time, like I do, and you get a $50 gift card from them, and then you just put that on it, and guess what? You're only paying $14 for it. Gotta throw that in there.
So here's this deal: if you're looking for a Microsoft console, right now you get $100 off on a Minecraft Creators Bundle, $200 flat. If you're looking for a new console right now, Walmart's got you there, $227.
That's actually not bad. $227, you said? That's
$227.
the white bundle, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Let's see. Here we go. Battlefield V edition, $230, and you get Battlefield V at Rugin. Rugin. I've used that website before. They're not bad. What else do we got here in game deals here? Spider-Man for PS4, $35. You get 25 off on Amazon. That's not bad. You get an Xbox One. You get up to $40 off on Xbox One games at Microsoft. This is a steal. Up to $40 off.
Which means I'm going to have to go check. After we get off of here, I'm going to go log into my Xbox and see what we can get.
Let's see. I'll click the link. Oh, okay, so this is for games that you have to have shipped to you. So you save. Okay, so I'll read this to you guys. UFC 3, $19. Dark Souls the trilogy for Xbox One, usually $79.99 is $59.99. That's $20. That's $30 off. Grand Theft Auto V is $30, and Mega Man X Legendary Collection 1 and 2 for the Xbox One is rounding out at literally $28.
Right.
And those are physical copies. Let's see what else we got here. iPhone SE unlocked, $249. That is a steal. Let's keep going here. A Roku Premiere 4K streaming media player, $29. That is still on Amazon, brand new. Let's see here. We'll go up here. Let's go here. Kindle Fire 7 tablet, $39. That's not bad. Usually they retail for about $100. Now this is a good one. If you're looking for a iPad Air, brand new model, usually $600. For the 64 gig model, it's retailing for $479. Getting $20 off on that. That is pretty much a good deal. Anchor products, if you're into those things for charging your devices.
Anchor's not bad actually. Anchor's pretty good. I've been using them for a while now.
You're getting $30 off than the normal price of $70 for their 7-in-1 USB Type C hub and their USB-C hub They have 5-in-1, 2 less ports. You're getting for $27, 19 off. Let's see, a Red Dragon K552 LED keyboard, getting for $35. That's a steal.
Gamer Dragon has that one, and he loves it.
Let's see here. What else are we gonna wrap up this with? Microsoft Go tablet for $339 or $393. That's a steal. Let's see what else we got. Let's keep going here. We got some good stuff here. Let's see. Let's go scroll down here. We did the games. So if you're into cameras, some of my streamers out there, they have a camera. They have a Canon PowerShot SX 530 digital camera for $229.
Well,
A Sony.
That's pretty good.
A Sony Alpha 7 Gen 2 micro mirrorless camera with a 28 to 7 millimeter zoom OSS lens for $998. That's $600 off of it, what it usually retails for.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I'll leave it here. We got like I said, smartwatch deals. If you guys are into that life, the Series 3, great deal at $229. You got the Fitbit Charge Fitness Band for almost $100. Let's see, you got a Huawei Band Gen 3. We have for $22.99. So we got deals there, guys. I hopefully I read them all off for you. But those are some of the deals I see that are really good. We got a bunch of Ring stuff, doorbell stuff that you can get 3rd generation with an Echo. A lot of the prices are $179. Really good deals. You can't beat that. Really, really good deals. And here's some Walmart deals. Here's Walmart deals. You get a Google Home Mini for $39, Google Wi-Fi for $99, a Google Wi-Fi Pack 3-pack for $259. Let's see. We're gonna skip all the Bose stuff because it's Bose, and I want to skip out on that. We got a Dell G5 gaming laptop with a 1050 Ti for $799. That is a steal. Let's see. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 for the Xbox One, $33. Nintendo Switch Pro controller for $55.99. Nintendo Switch with a $35 eShop credit card or credit for $299. And a Microsoft, and this is the deal I told Brimstone, Microsoft Xbox One Fallout 76 bundle for $380 flat.
Xbox One X, baby.
That is a steal. And that's pretty much all the tech deals that I can see here that's worth the damn. Best laptop deals. I don't think we need to go through these. You guys should all. Honestly, I don't really see any. I do. Here's a deal: a G5 with a 1060 6 gig edition with an i5 8300H with 16 gigs of RAM, a 1 terabyte hard drive, a 256 gig NVMe drive for $799.
Yeah.
That is now a steal.
Hell yeah, it is.
And that is your deals for May. Brimstone will put a link in the description. You guys want to know what's going on?
If it's on Amazon, I could just go to Amazon. mainly because yeah.
It's Amazon and Amazon and Walmart. Those are the two places.
Amazon and Walmart. Yep.
Those are the two deals.
They had the fucking Corsair high-end mouse there for like $30.
A Logitech G602 wireless gaming mouse, $33. That's a steal.
That is a good deal.
Where is that coming from? Let's go there.
I had that.
That is on Amazon.
Yep.
There it is. And a portable 500 gig SSD, $80 off on an extreme portable SSD. That's for your phone. It's for the iPhone X. They have other models too for other iPhones. That is $86 flat. So if you're looking for more storage for your phone, you take a lot of pictures. There you go. Yeah. Oh, and one more. just to wrap this up here. A ViewSonic Gaming XG 144 hertz gaming monitor with FreeSync, 1 millisecond response for $220 on Amazon.
Man, I'm considering upgrading some of these monitors. I don't know. I gotta focus on one thing at a time for me. I've already got $399 spent on this Oculus. So I mean, I'm just saying. That quest is awesome, dude. Like I'd rather
he's already spending his money before he has it.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude. As an artist, like this is a huge plus for me, dude. Because those tablets are what, like $600-700. I'm saving money if I go with this, dude. Like and I don't even need a computer to draw with, dude. I could literally just put this on my face, put on the damn things, and I'm set. All I got to do is draw to my heart's content. That's all I want to do.
And we're going to do one more thing here. We're going to go to Amazon real quick, and let's go and look up a Ryzen processor because now let's see. Ryzen 7 2700, and by the way, guys, it retail actually a 2700 non-X version, $200 flat. So there's your deals for the month.
And then you go like I do and be like, okay, then what does the Ryzen 2700X cost? $291.95 marked down from $329.
There you go.
Just throwing that out there. 2600X, $174 from $249. AMD Threadripper 1920X 12-core 24 threads, $319 from $399.
You want to do one more? Want to do more article before we wrap it up?
Yeah, we can.
All right, I'm gonna do the resolution here. I'll read this out. By the way, there's a commercial for we're talking about Rage 2 here. I sent you the article on that.
Oh, okay. Let me click it. Let me get to it.
By the way, guys, there's a commercial for Ninja's Red Bull that is basically nothing. It doesn't make the flavor any better. It's the same shit. Same shit.
I don't want the audio. Whoops. All right, here we go.
All right. So just to confirm this, the Xbox One is running at 900p. Probably a little bit better on the X. Most likely on the X, it'll probably be running somewhat 1440p with. If you have a FreeSync monitor, guys, take advantage of the Xbox. If you have an Xbox One, take advantage of it. PS4 edition is going to be confirmed at 1080p, which makes no sense to me. Why on the Xbox One standard is it 900p? Just makes no sense. But beyond me, I'm not going to fight over resolutions. It's up to the company there. On PC, the requirements is a i5 3570 and an AMD equivalent of a Ryzen 3. Wow, I didn't even know they came out with a 1330X. Is that like...
That's a thing. Yep.
That's a thing?
That's a thing.
Wow, it is a thing. Okay, so okay. All right. 1300X is a thing. Okay, I didn't even know that until now. Good to know. It requires 50 gigs of memory on hard drive, which is not bad. To me, that's not bad. 900p at 30 FPS on the Xbox. Ouch. Wow, ouch.
Did you say 30 FPS?
30 FPS. Ouch.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Why? I scratched my head with that.
This is definitely gonna be a game that I get on PC though. This looks like obviously it's gonna be.
Oh yeah, I pre-ordered mine on PC.
This game looks pretty sick though. I've never watched this trailer before.
You'll get to see. You'll get to see it when I play it.
It looks like a really colorful Doom.
You'll get to see when I play it. It comes out 2 weeks from now, or a week from now. Or
hopefully, I'll be on my new schedule then. I can't wait. 3:30 to 11:30.
And
awesome.
Minimum requirements is a GTX 780 3 GB edition, and it doesn't look like it's going to be demanding.
No, the GPU stuff isn't bad, but the CPU stuff, you're like, God damn. Minimum?
Honestly, I'm just gonna say is honestly, I mean, if it runs Vulkan like it did on Doom, it should run perfect. Like I've been running some. So if you guys know a game called World War Z, it runs in Vulkan, by the way, and it runs so good on my AMD card. I'm just like, this thing runs beautiful. I wish more games would do Vulkan over DirectX 12. Like Vulkan runs so good and looks better than DirectX 12.
Storage,
I just-
50 gigabyte minimum.
That's not too bad.
No,
That's not
no,
too
no,
bad.
it's not. But damn. That's
and,
just it's just that, you know what's funny is the CPU that I have is one of the minimums. i7 4770 as a minimum. I have the K version. Like, God, dude. What the
and
fuck?
you watch now, Brimstone's gonna be like, yeah, that 1700 is starting to look really damn good right about now.
Telling you. Like, their recommended settings are the bare minimums of what I have, dude. So, I mean, I know I'm set for this game. I know it can run it. It's just, wow, requirements are really going up, aren't they?
And so PC recommended settings, man, we're right there. A Vega 56 8 gig edition, Jesus. Like, you know, a game's demanding when you were like just damn. I don't think it's gonna be as demanding. I don't think so, but you know, what do I know? I'm not a developer.
The game
But
looks
that's all I
sick.
got. That's all I got for. Let's read the. Oh no, that's nothing. Okay, cool. Good to know. That's all I got for tonight's episode.
All right, so if you guys are still with us and you guys actually managed to watch it all the way to the end, just want to say thank you, as always, for supporting this podcast. Thank you for the new subscribers that are coming in. I do appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and kick on some XP. We love this man's music, XP38. Please go check him out. Just look at it, X-P38 Music. Weird hot hockey mask thing that you see that's green, that is him. Please go check him out. He's a great artist. He does all the music, and we will always support him. So, I hope you guys found this episode somewhat useful, because honestly, the hypocrisy in the gaming industry and its community members are both unforgivably hypocritical.
Can I say one more thing?
So, go ahead.
Devil May Cry coming to the Nintendo Switch. That's pretty exciting. That is pretty cool. The remastered versions are coming, and I'm assuming the new Devil May Cry is coming to the Switch. With compromises, but I'm all right with that. Sorry, I just seen that, and I was like, that is so cool.
But anyways, thank you guys again for paying attention to what we have left as a podcast. We're slowly bringing it back. I know I haven't been around, dealing with some stuff, some personal strife at home. Hopefully I can get over it and bring it back to you guys at full time. New shift coming in from 3:30 to 11:30 with Sunday, Mondays off. So we'll be able to push this a little bit earlier and have a little bit more time with you guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Make sure you thumbs up and share us. Peace out, guys.